It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Okay, so let's try that now. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. Now it looks like I got sound. All right. Sound back. Thank you, Mike. Okay. All right, let's start all over, folks. I told you I'd screw things up almost every day if I had half a chance. Welcome to the Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast on this, the 29th day of December 2023. And again, folks, if you're listening to this, I screwed up the intro. I didn't have the mic on. My bad. All right. Today's headlines. Iceland volcano finally erupts. It happened late last night, well into the morning this morning. Also today, the MSC will be the main sponsor for 2 Formula One races this year. A Disney ship reaches a construction milestone. Arrival time for the Carnival Jubilee in Galveston. New legendary voyages from Holland America. Boy, would I like to go on one of those. Shore power in Valletta. Buenos Aires cruise terminal damaged, and lots more here at 11 o'clock today on Tuesday Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast, which, by the way, folks, is brought to you by Will Power Chairs, in part at least, brought to you in part by Will Power Chairs and Scoot Around. Today is National Hard Candy Day. Not my favorite thing in the world. I mean, I like a peppermint, but beyond peppermints, no, I can do without. So, yep, I will eat a peppermint, but that's about it. If you're listening via the podcast, welcome aboard. You can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from. All the big guys, just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the Fat Travel Guy. There's always a link in the description so you can access the video feed if you want to check out any pictures or clips or interviews I might be doing on that day's show. All right. Will Power Chairs and Scoot Arounds got a big sale going on. $800 off. You can give a loved one a Platinum 8000 chair. That's a fold-up chair. So you'd be giving the loved one the gift of mobility and independence on this holiday season. The open box Miracle Mobility Platinum 8000 folding power chair has been one of our most popular products in 2023. Dozens of customers are now proud owners. That also means our stock is going fast. Don't miss the opportunity to enjoy the same features and benefits as the new model for only $1,099. At retails at $1,899, plus get free shipping and a full manufacturer's warranty. Act now. The offer is valid until December 31st. That's the Open Box Platinum 8000 folding power chair for only $1,099. You can shop online or call 844-664-7467 or tell them code Chillie. They'll know who that is. So that takes care of Will Power Chairs for today. All right, the first story this morning has to deal with the volcano over there in Iceland. And this started happening about 10 o'clock last night and carried on well into the morning hours. Volcano dramatically erupted in Iceland late yesterday with spectacular bursts of lava and smoke illuminating the night sky after weeks of seismic activity prompted the evacuation of a nearby town. The eruption on Reykjanes peninsula began around 10 p.m. following an earthquake about an hour earlier. The eruption was located close to Hagafell, about 2 miles north of Grindavík. In a statement Tuesday, Iceland's government said the fissure opening is almost 4 kilometers long. It's the fourth eruption in the area since 2021 and the largest so far. Last month, an evacuation order was issued for Grindavík and nearby settlements, preventing residents from staying in their homes overnight as the threat of a volcanic eruption loomed. The town of more than 3,000 people, which at one point risked being in the path of flowing lava, is now clear of residents. It's a popular place for tourists because it lies some 7 kilometers from the famous Blue Lagoon geothermal spa. The eruption does not pose a threat to life, Iceland's government said in a statement. The area is closed to all traffic, he added, while strongly warning people not to approach the area. While the eruption is not expected to impact populated areas or critical infrastructure in the coming days and is no longer expected to reach Grindavík, it is releasing considerable toxic gases. People are strongly advised against visiting the site of the eruption while responders and scientists assess the situation, the tourist board said. In the first 2 hours of the eruption, hundreds of cubic meters of lava were being released per second, according to the meteorological office, but the eruption's intensity and the level of seismic activity in the area had decreased by early today, with lava spreading laterally from either side of the newly opened fissures. The intense wave of hundreds of earthquakes last month prompted a national state of emergency after the country's Civil Protection Agency said a magma funnel was forming that could reach Grindavík. It is clear that we are dealing with events that we Icelanders have not experienced before, at least not since the eruption in Vestmannaeyjar, the agency said, referencing a 1973 eruption that began without warning and destroyed 400 homes. The amazing thing, folks, this was visible all the way to Reykjanes, the capital. Well, it's not that far, but still, it's like 30 miles away and could be seen from Reykjanes. All right. Our thoughts are with the folks in Iceland, that they get through this with no further damage, let's say. All right, guys, I'll be back with some more stories after a quick break from one of our network sponsors. Okay, the next story today, folks, comes from MSC. Formula One fans will be seeing a lot more of MSC cruises in the upcoming Formula One season. The cruise line has announced it will be the name sponsor for 2 Formula One Grand Prix races in 2024. The MSC Cruises Japanese Grand Prix is scheduled for April 5th through April 7th at the challenging Suzuka track in Japan. The Japanese Grand Prix is one of the most spectacular races of the season. The second race, Formula One MSC Cruises Gran Premio dell'Emilia-Romagna, will take place from May 17th through May 19th at the historic Imola circuit. The Imola track has a notorious history, holds a special place in the hearts of race fans, much to do with the track being the legendary race car driver Ayrton Senna passed away. The relationship between MSC Cruises and Formula One began in 2022 at the Bahrain Grand Prix, when MSC became the official cruise partner for Formula One. Since then, MSC's branding has been evident on racetracks around the world, with the cruise line's cruise ships also present at various races. Guests can also book special Formula One cruises where they can follow the races either on board or they can book a seat in the stands. There are also various VIP packages available where guests have access to the Paddock Club and meet and greets with Formula One personalities. If anyone is interested in that, contact me. I've got the inside track. If you might be interested in a Formula One cruise, let me know. All right, the next story today, folks. Disney Cruise Line announced a significant progress update for the Disney Treasure, marking a key milestone in her construction. The final block, which will house several key components of the vessel, has been put in place, an important step in the ship's assembly. The achievement signals the completion of structural construction of the vessel, which will now enter a new stage, the interior outfitting of the vessel, which is due to start sailing 1 year from now, on December 21st of 2024. Speaking of a ship that's getting ready to sail, how about the Carnival Jubilee with her brand new Lone Star on the bow? One of the most anticipated new cruise ships of 2023 has made her final stop before arriving in Galveston. The ship was officially delivered to Carnival on December 4th in Bremerhaven, Germany, and in the 2 weeks since has been making her way towards the Lone Star State. First, the ship stopped in Tenerife in the Canary Islands and Nassau in the Bahamas, taking on supplies and crew members in preparation for her official debut. Carnival Cruise Line brand ambassador John Heald has confirmed the ship's arrival time to Galveston for Wednesday, December the 20th, an event that is sure to be momentous for the ship, her crew, Port of Galveston, the state of Texas, and Carnival Cruise Line fans everywhere. The captain will be alongside at approximately 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning. So if you are there about 7 a.m., you'll have a brilliant view of the ship arriving home. So says John. Port of Galveston is hosting a Howdy Carnival Jubilee celebration event from 8 to 9 p.m. at Piers 20 and 21 to greet the new ship with a Texas-sized welcome. sister ship to the Mardi Gras and celebration. Carnival Jubilee will be based in Galveston year-round at least through April of 2026, offering 7-night Western Caribbean itineraries that will visit Roatan, Honduras, as well as Costa Maya and Cozumel in Mexico. Depending on the departure date, the order of the ports will vary. The ship has a special connection to Texas as the first Carnival cruise ship with a bow decoration, appropriately the Texas Star. Carnival Jubilee will welcome her very first guests for the spectacular holiday sailing departing Saturday, December 23rd. It's pretty cool, folks. We've long been waiting for the Jubilee. I've not sailed the new fancy big Carnival ships yet, but I'm going to have to try to figure out a way to get on the Jubilee. Number one, good excuse to sail out of where's that? Galveston again. All right. You guys all know what I think of Holland America. Well, they've announced that they've expanded its collection of legendary voyages with the addition of 4 captivating journeys for 2025 and 2026. The first legendary voyages, unveiled in June, generated widespread acclaim, prompting the cruise line to introduce these new sailings. The Westerdam is set to navigate a 28-day round-trip glacier and volcanoes, Alaska to Hawaii cruise from Seattle in 2025. This voyage will feature 5 ports in Alaska, 4 ports in Hawaii, with prices starting at $3,719 for the August 31st departure. The itinerary includes overnights in Anchorage and Honolulu. Embarking on a 51-day round trip Tales of the South Pacific journey from San Diego, the Zandam will traverse 25 ports, encompassing 5 in Hawaii, 4 in Fiji, 7 in French Polynesia. The itinerary, which includes overnight stays in Honolulu and Papeete, is priced from $59.97 for the September 24th, 2025 departure. Also in 2025, the Volendam will embark on a 30-day Amazon Explore itinerary, departing from New York on November the 21st, priced at $48.84. This voyage will take passenger the prices that they start at $48.84. Okay, that's for an inside, and then you go from there. This voyage will take passengers to Caribbean destinations such as St. Martin, St. Lucia, Barbados, Trinidad, Tobago, Curacao, and Aruba, as well as exploring the Amazon with stops in Macapa, Santarém, Bocada, Valeria, Manaus, Parintins, Alto de Chao in Brazil. Completing the quartet, by the way, I'm really interested in that one. Anybody want to gift me a cruise? There's one for you, folks. Maybe I need to find a sponsor, huh? Completing the quartet of new legendary voyages is the 35-day Hawaii Tahiti Marquesas sailing on the New Amsterdam in 2026, departing February 14th from San Diego. The ship will call at 5 ports in Hawaii, additional Pacific islands, including Moorea, Riate, Papeete, Fanning Island, Fakarva, and Yukahiva from $44.89 and up. Congratulations to Holland America. You know, I love Holland America. I've sailed on a number of their ships. I like it. I like the vibe. I like the laid-back attitude of the Holland America line. I love their food. I like their entertainment. I've never had problems with crew. It's always been just exceptional service. Yeah, okay, so it's a little bit older demographic than many cruise lines. Well, I'm an older guy. But yeah, I really, really like Holland America. I'm hoping to have our friend Bubba back on. He just finished the legendary voyage on the Volendam. So we're going to talk about that and see what Bubba's got planned for these new ones. I guarantee you he's on one of them already. All right, the next story today, folks. MSC's World Aeroba has connected to shore power in Valletta, Malta, the first operational shore power facility in the Mediterranean, according to a press release. Earlier this year, the cruise line performed the first test at Valletta in order to refine the shore power implementation process. Congratulations to the folks in Malta and to MSC for getting it done. So, that's awesome. And finally this morning, folks, we'll go down to South America for a change. After a strong weekend storm caused a portion of Buenos Aires' Quinquela Martin cruise terminal roof to collapse, officials developed a revised check-in process. These cruise people, they're pretty resilient. This will be in place starting the 19th, and at least until the terminal gets repaired. Getting the tongue to work. Yeah, that's today it starts. It applies only to embarking passengers. I lost my place. Okay. It applies only to embarking passengers. Those on transit calls will not be impacted. The roof collapsed onto the terminal's waiting and pre-boarding area. The rest of the facility, baggage operations, immigration, and customs, was not affected and will continue to operate as usual. Passengers will check in at Pavilion 6 of the Costa Salgueiro property near Costanera, where they will also drop off their luggage. Then they'll be transferred to the cruise terminal where they will undergo immigration procedures before embarking. So, the entrance to the Costanera property will be via Avenida Rafael Obligado to Avenida Ramon Castillo. Parking will also be provided there. So, Buenos Aires got a little hiccup, but they're back in business today. So the cruises from there will go on as scheduled. All right. Let's see who's over in the chat room fussing at me today. And again, thanks to Hot Air Tom for calling me to tell me the stupid audio. And that one was totally my fault. I'm sitting here with the big ass microphone, this big ass microphone. And you can even see the red light. That means the microphone is on. When the microphone is off, it blinks at you. The microphone's sitting there blinking. You think I even looked at it? No. That's why I started the show with no sound. Don't worry, folks. I'll edit all that out. Nobody will ever know it but me. Amy's here. I can see you, but I don't have sound. Mike says sound. Yes, I know. Sound back. Yep, working. There's Casey. Hi, Casey. Good to see you, my friend. I was going to tell you something, Casey. Oh, I hope you got the message to go and vote for pictures. One of your photos made the final. Just thought I'd tell you that. Make sure you go to the page to vote for it. I didn't realize we got to vote on it. I thought that was all done into office. They just picked the finals, and now there's a poll up to vote on. So, anyway. Did I buy my decanter yet? Yes, I did. As a matter of fact, I decanted for dinner the other night. How's that? Amanda fixed something weird. I don't know. One of the foreign dishes that she concocts. Anyway, it was really good. It was a chicken-based dinner. And I decanted a bottle of white wine. And it was good. Casey is my sommelier on this last cruise. I learned a lot about wines from her. Dominatrix Clara. I have a feeling that's not anybody that's interested in cruising that's popped in. I could be wrong. I was in Iceland on a cruise in May. We were booked on another cruise in Iceland in 6 months. Hope the volcano calms down soon, not only for us, but for the people who live in its path. I agree. There's Steve out in Kentucky. Hey, Steve. I just got a thing this morning for some kind of a bourbon club. You send one bottle of a minimum $55 bottle of bourbon to a secret person on the list, and you sit back and you should get a minimum of 5 bottles back. It's a pyramid scheme on good bottles of bourbon. That was a new one to me. I haven't decided if I'm going to try pyramid scheme, though. The towns in Iceland sound like they are from a Harry Potter book. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't surprise me if J.K. Rowling chose some names from Iceland, Tom. Yeah, Iceland, there's are tough words, tough spelling on words. There's Emily. Hello, Chilean gang. Armanisa Salahi. Hi. Hi, welcome aboard. We always welcome new people. Glad to have you. We talk about cruises every day. This is a travel and cruise industry news show. Tom, how was your birthday? There's Sunny down in Mississippi. The Jubilee will be my first cruise in 8 months. We are on the 3rd cruise in January. I can't wait. At 70, I'm not your typical carnival cruiser, but I love the Mardi Gras. Well, that's kind of why I want to go too, Amy. I want to experience, for some reason, my interest is higher in this one than in the first two. The Mardi Gras and the celebration. Not that I would be opposed to sailing on either one of those, but just something about this one kind of sparks my interest, and it might be because it's out of Galveston. And I've been looking for any kind of excuse to sail out of Galveston again. I mean, that could be, it's totally mental, but, very much a possibility. Hotter Tom says his birthday was terrific with a meal with Katie. Yeah, that's correct. Amy, sounds like you're going to have fun. I agree. Amy has a good time. You're going with your sister, I assume, Amy. Happy belated birthday to Tom from Sunny. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's fantastic. Glad you guys had a great time. Mohammed Jing. Hello, greetings and blessings. Thank you very much. Glad to have you with us. Steve says, yeah, I saw that bourbon scam. Crazy stuff. Arabella Clara. Hey, how are you doing? Well, we're doing fine. This is a live travel and cruise industry news show. Feel free to join us at any time. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. I will be back tomorrow for another episode of Travel and Cruise Industry News. Don't forget, folks, if you haven't done so already, smash that thumbs up button. That'll help the channel out a lot. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Smash that bell notification so you'll be notified when I go live or a new video is up. And I'll say a quick hello to Victoria as well. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you very much. Glad you popped in. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising. Hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, chilly chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chilliescruises.